I'm Chef Jasper, and today the spotlight is on the dairy. That's right, we're in Kansas, and I absolutely love the farm that we are at right now, the dairy farm. Since this morning, early, very early for this chef, 5 o'clock is pretty early for me. I would like to introduce our guest today, and I'm a guest on their farm. I am just very, very honored to be here right now. Rob and Lisa Leach, thank you very much for having us today.
Thank you.
Delighted to have you.
We've been talking all morning long. I mean, right when I got here, I started milking the cow.
Yeah, that's right.
I loved it. I mean, I've done it a few times before, but I learned a little more this time, and it's not an easy job. I mean, you all get up in the morning. 4 o'clock is not early for you all. That's your normal day.
Rob and I get up early. We usually rise about 4 o'clock or shortly thereafter. We get up and we drink coffee and we watch the morning news, the morning ag program. Then we come here to the barn. We're usually out the door about 5:30 and plan to start milking the cows about 6. I do most of the milking, and Rob takes care of cleaning the packed barn here where the cows are housed, and then mixing and feeding the feed.
Why dairy? What brought you into this business?
We both grew up on dairy farms. My family always milked cows. My mom and dad and his parents, as far as I know, all had cows. And then Lisa grew up on a dairy farm in Pennsylvania. We both come from long lines of dairy people.
And, continuing the tradition. I was here a little while ago walking around. You're putting the feed out, we're doing this, we're doing that. And there's your mother over in the corner, still working. Unbelievable.
She's a very young 80, so she's.
And she wouldn't have it any other way.
We don't ask her to. She wants to be out here.
You know each and every one of these cows.
Yeah.
Not only by their name, but they have the tags and all that too. But you know them when you're feeling. You're saying, well, she needs to be milked a little more. She's a little heavier. This and that.
And that's the advantage of only milking a few cows. And like Rob has said, we enjoy showing cattle, so they get a little more personalized care. But yeah, we pretty much know them inside and out.
And there's a lot of details that people don't realize. You just don't wake up in the morning and just start milking cows. I didn't even know myself, but what goes on actually behind the scenes. And when I say behind the scenes, we're talking about the feed. I got the feed this morning. I mean, I got up in the tractor. I mean, come on. That was very unusual for me. But I mean, the different mix and what you put into it, it's just not, well, we're gonna put some grain in here and put some hay in there and that's it. It's a science to it.
Oh yeah, we have a nutritionist we work with. These cows get a very specific diet, and that's constantly being changed. It changes with the time of year. It changes with the ingredients that we have on hand. The hays that we raise, the feed that we buy, the corn silage, which I showed you. Everything has to be balanced so that the cows are getting exactly what they need on any given day.
Here, you see the trucks come pick up the milk. You're feeding America. You're feeding. Here we are in Kansas. That's what it's all about to me. And this goes on for 7 days, 365 a year. There's no downtime. Well, we're not going to take a couple weeks and slow down. They're going to go out to pasture. That doesn't happen here.
So if we're gone for any length, even an afternoon, somebody else is going to be here picking up the slack. So,
well, you put a lot into this farm. Unfortunately, a few years ago, tragedy struck. We don't like to talk about it, but the tornado came here.
The house I live in was built in 1884. The barn that we milked the cows in was built in the mid-1800s. We just assumed that it would always be here, And then we had a mile-wide F4 tornado that came through, and we were very lucky because we had adequate warning. We had 24 minutes notice, and we were able to get ourselves out of harm's way. And we opened all the gates and let the cows, go. And we never lost any cattle in the barn. We were lucky. We had 100 volunteers a day for 3 weeks. I can't even wrap my head around that.
It's not just Kansas, it's the dairy community. It's
we had people from all over the country.
I think that right now the future's bright for American agriculture and American dairy. People are looking to get that product.
We just want people to enjoy milk and try milk and understand that it's, it's a good nutritious product and it's perfectly natural and healthy.
Well, I know myself, I love my dairy, I love my milk. Milk and cookies at the end of the night. I don't think it gets any better than that, of course. How many, I didn't even get to ask you that, how many gallons of milk or pounds, how many gallons do you produce a day?
It's about 250 gallons
Yeah.
a day.
And just imagine that, I mean, 250 gallons a day and less than 48 hours, a lot less than that, and we have it on the shelves and we're drinking it right now.
Right.
I mean, that's, I don't think it's any more fresh or any more local than that right there.
That's true.
And it's thanks to people like you. I mean, the long days, every day, it doesn't stop. And, you know, I commend you for that. I really did. So I raise a glass, have to have a cookie in there with it, you know. And thank you both for all you do. And I am honored to be here today with you on the farm.
It was a pleasure having you.
Glad
Thank
to
you.
have you.
All right. Here we go. There you go.
Cheers.